just came in on. You want to share about your little guy?
Oh yeah, this is a rock that I painted with my best attempt at a crow with a little googly eye, and dubbing it my crostal and my little totem for Marina.
Bringing us all the way back. Well, from all of us in the Crostal, welcome to As It Is Below, a Brindlewood Bay actual play campaign from Looking for Mom ttrpg. This week, this new episode of the new year, first one we're recording in 2025, we're shouting out eyebrows. It's the year of the eyebrow. We're all about the eyebrow. Show your eyebrows some love. Here on Looking for Mom. Stop, Angeli. All right, everyone, just make sure they're still there. Here on Looking for Mom, we've got a lot going on. Starting out this year, a lot of really great games coming through the pipeline over on our Discord. I believe some other Scape might be starting up soon. Some more sci-fi content coming your way. For all of the latest updates, you can subscribe to our channel so you don't miss anything. And I know you especially don't want to miss this, as we're getting right back to Murder Most Fowl. Yes, we are returning to Brindlewood Bay, Bed and Breakfast and Banquets for Murder Most Fowl, written by Amanda Mullins. You can find more of Amanda's work below, so what's stopping you from scrolling down and clicking it and having it pulled up for later? Nothing. Get to it. Last session, last year, even so long ago, also the same canonical day, don't mind you, time is weird. Our Mavens had some extended and extensively sad opening scenes, reconciling with what haunts them. We saw Marina conquer some new feelings. We saw Violet be accosted by some new potential truths. And we saw Taya telling her old love about a new potential beginning. Then we swapped some Bigfoot swag. And at the end of a book club meeting, Violet got a call from an old acquaintance, Mr. Arden Adler, prominent birder in the Brindlewood Bay community and on the East Coast. Arden pleaded with the Mavens to visit the North American Avicultural Association Aviary Show that I just read out loud because I'm terrified to say it without reading it, where after running into some familiar faces and one terrifying nightmare memory for Marina, they were brought up to a participant's room, Rocco Corbin, to find him having met a quite gruesome end. Now, the word being spread amongst the birdies here is that Murray, a prized macaw, killed Corbin, but Arden insists that this isn't the case, and he's asked the Mavens to solve it discreetly before law enforcement shows up and tanks the show for good. We can't let a bird go to jail here on As It Is Below. It simply can't happen. So last session, they were able, with some preliminary investigation, to find a pair of one-way tickets to the Galapagos Islands in Rocco Corbin's back pocket as he lay dead in his own room. But we're not going right there just yet. Now, just as our Mavens are pulling up in last episode to the Brindlewood Bay Bed and Breakfast and Banquets, another car is driving throughout the bay from a heavily wooded area towards town. And potentially at some point, maybe even these cars pass one another. As this car continues down the road, it is a blustery sort of day, as we've discussed, the kind where weather is threatening to break in from beyond the horizon but hasn't quite yet, so everything feels that uneasy, tense, sort of thick air, a harbinger type weather system waiting to be let loose. We see a white 19 some odd year Mustang, top is down. Much too cold to be driving with the top down, first of all, but that doesn't seem to bother Miss Corinne Waitley as we follow her in town. our camera angle can't quite get. We're seeing, of course, her signature blunt haircut, her also pristine white clothes, as she is driving with someone in her passenger seat. But that person we only see the back of, and they don't quite eclipse their headrest. So who it is, I am not going to tell right now, as they seem to be conversing and laughing as this car makes its way into Brindlewood Bay. That scene sort of glitches and superimposes. We follow Corinne Waitley's head, except for now, instead of sitting in the driver's seat of a pristine white Mustang, we are seeing her sit in an uncomfortable chair with wooden filigree, claw foot on the visitor side of a thick mahogany desk. This room is dark. It is filled, it is stately, and if it didn't smell of bleach or nearly chlorine levels of cleanliness, you would think just at looking at it, it was caked in history and in dust. This is an old, old study. Again, we see mostly Corinne as we follow her leaning forward. We still can't see whoever she's brought to this meeting, but our camera does pan up as we see the neatly manicured and aging hands of Mariah. Remember Mariah Prescott, owner of what once was the Ocean View grocery store, as Mariah taps her fingernails on the desk and brushes her hand across it. We see an exchange of a file. We see Mariah open it. We see her close it and look at Corinne and this guest. No, we don't know much about what is being said. We can see on the file as it moves back across the desk. A piece of paper is just ever so out. The top scrawled in perfect penmanship, most likely from Corinne, is the word preparations, and then a box next to it, which Mariah has just checked off. Our camera pans past the two of them, plus their secret third person, up past Mariah and her pearls and her wealth, to see 3 clocks, all broken. Their analog clock faces smashed, the only thing out of place in this otherwise stately, magnificent study. As the wind blows against the old panes here of this study, we follow that wind outside. Again, something threatens to break loose on Brindlewood Bay. Probably just another nasty storm. They've been coming, with increased frequency, but that is the time of year. And we follow it back up the road, back towards the woods, often a different branch, where we come across some regular beat up sneakers and hands bent down to tie them. We look up, we see Stripes released from the hospital, of course. As we learned in this show, gunshots do heal eventually. Though he seems to be babying one arm over the other, something still twinged. He looks around, confused, like this is the place he could have been before, but he's not quite sure. We watch him walk around, mess with some dirt, walk up the trail, skip a rock into a pond. A rock bounces and bounces and sinks. As it sinks, a bubble pops at the surface. But Stripes is too distracted because scurrying across his feet and into the rest of the woods of the fen, little Newt, as we follow it across his feet and into the grass and the detritus and the things of the fen, this bog-like area, past the bench, past the pond. We see the Newt get to a place, and its eyes grow big, and it skitters backwards. As we're about to pan up and see what that thing might be, our opening credits end, the music has ended, and instead we pan up to the three of you with your rubber gloves you just got from Jackie Linnett, custodian here at the Brindlewood Bay Bed and Breakfast Banquet. Violet, you have just found these tickets. And Jackie has let you all know that you can just keep the gloves. I don't need them anymore. Just make sure you wash them because they're dirty now, and then I don't want to have to clean that up again. At this point, as you guys know, Arden has left you to go deal with something that Daphne needs him. I think there's a bird feed situation, or maybe Caroline. It's hard to tell what might be going in down below, but there are footfalls of someone else coming up the stairs to the second floor, and the three of you are around a dead body with a custodian all alone, and quite incriminatingly so. What's the plan?
So is Jackie still outside, like guarding the door?
The door crack is open because you guys have been conversing.
Mm-mm.
But yes, he is still, his body is outside. You hear a voice outside. I'm sorry. I've locked myself out of my room. Are you who I talked to about keys? Or I saw that there was a security office, but you can let me in, right? And this is someone talking to Jackie.
Okay, it doesn't seem like it's for us or this room. So maybe can I find like one of those like do not disturb hangers?
Like a sock? No.
Yeah, like a little sock.
Yeah, there's like a suitcase from Rocco in here, but there's definitely like a like housekeeping service needed hanger that you can put on.
Yeah, I'll put that on the side that's like taking our time, don't disturb. And then I put that on the door and I close the door.
You do need to roll to not be seen by the person talking to Jackie right outside the door or heard, which is going to be a day move with composure.
Cool.
Before you roll it, what can go wrong?
First roll of the year. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh my god.
I mean, I'm gonna be a suspected killer again, I feel like.
No, not again.
For the second mystery. Yeah. Or they're gonna try to want to see what's like going on in here.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Composure, right?
Mm-hmm.
First roll. Come on, dice. Okay. 10.
Okay.
Ooh.
I think with your 10, you're going to do exactly what you set out to do, which is grab it on the right side and just sort of slot it in. The good news is that no one's going to try to push their way in here. I would say you're not sure whether or not it got noticed, but no one is trying to get in, which was the thing you were really concerned about. On your 10, as like the door shuts, you can hear this person to Jackie go, I don't mean to interrupt anything. If you're cleaning up some. If I have to go to security, I will. It's just a little awkward because I don't know why I'm telling you all this. As this person, just if you who can I talk to? And you hear Jackie just sort of stammer, and finally the person go, okay, fine. I will just go ask. I'll just go ask JJ. Fine, I'll do it. I'll ask JJ. As they turn and you can hear heels click as they presumably go back down.
Ooh, that was close, guys. I thought we were gonna have to go into plan B or something.
Me thinking if it's what's her name? The one whose car we continue to slide over.
Oh,
Who would so much want to avoid talking to JJ? But yes, I think maybe like takes note. You're like,
Take note. Well, you guys are in here with a pair of bloody gloves and some tickets, and now you're inside. And Jackie, I think after that person leaves, he gives the door a little knock.
I can go to open it.
Okay. It's just like this sliver of his face.
Hi.
Hi. How much longer are you all gonna be? Because I've gotta go to the restroom, and I'm not supposed to leave you all up here alone.
No, I mean we're just giving it a once over. But you know, when you were in here cleaning, I mean, did you see anything that kind of felt out of place?
All right, roll me the meddling move with presence. What do you think could go wrong talking to Jackie through this crack in the door?
Trying to think, maybe like someone could hear us, like maybe the other person wasn't fully gone, or
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Let me see. Okay. So
also helping you in the background, Violet's going like, ask for a bag.
I'm like, oh, and do you have a bag?
Let me see here. You hear him like just make so much noise. But yes, go ahead.
with what was it?
It's with presence because you're conversing with him.
Okay, that's 8 and presence 0, so it's just 8.
Okay. Let me think. And your question was, he was in here earlier.
Yeah.
If he saw anything?
Saw anything that stood out?
Okay. I think that one. I'll cut all this out. Let's see.
I feel like now I'm wiggling my eyebrows more than usual.
I know. I'm like catching myself doing the thing my mom does whenever I like make eye contact with her sometimes, and she goes,
Just like,
yeah.
And you were afraid of the consequence was that person wouldn't fully be gone.
Yeah.
Oh, delicious. Okay. Yeah. As he looks for a bag, and he's like, well, I had one, but I did use it. And he like pulls open the door a little bit more. He holds up what is like an extra big, like 1.5-gallon freezer Ziploc. Ziploc sponsor us. And it has something inside, and the door is more open now as he tries to push this through. And what he hands you in this bag is a plague doctor mask that's been painted like a blue jay.
Oh, is it like full sized? Like
Yeah.
person-sized?
Person-sized.
Oh.
And in like the beak of it, there's a playing card.
Immediately, like, goes kind of pale and can like hear her heart in like her eardrums. And just like holds it in her hand and like turns around, and like just assumes that, like, can't really say anything, but assumes that like they're seeing what she's seeing, and is like freaked out about what this could mean.
I think on this, your complication is that this is such a creepy thing to get that I'm gonna make you roll a day move with composure
Okay.
to keep your cool, because that person might not be all the way down the hallway to have heard all of this. So
Okay.
with your day move, yep, with composure.
6.
What is Marina feeling right now?
I think she's fully like entering a panic attack. Like doesn't know what this means. Whatever this is following them, and now remembers the attic and the other stuff around the playing cards, remembers her dream, and it's just like all crashing in at once. And then like seeing this, holding this in like a weird plague doctor mask, and seeing her friends, she doesn't want anything to happen to them, and doesn't know what this means, and is just like her breath starting to catch.
Yeah, go ahead and quantify that however you would like as a condition.
Oh. What can that be?
Spiraling. You said panicked.
No spiral.
Bird meltdown?
Bird meltdown?
Bird meltdown.
No, bird meltdown. Or bird spiral. Combined.
Spiraling
spiral.
bird?
Yeah.
Bird spiral.
Barrel roll. Marina, you turn with this that Jackie is just so very nonchalantly past you because you asked for a bag and he did use his last one. Picking this up, and I know that you might get released from this soon, but I do owe you a void clue. If you would like to have it now, you can.
Ooh, I'll take it.
Okay. Now the copy, I'm not gonna make you roll for composure like I normally do with void clues because you just got your panic. I think part of that panic is accentuated by the fact that like as you take this, there's like a minuscule pin prick hole in this bag in such a way that you physically come in contact with the mask.
Okay.
Just briefly. And so your panic is sort of egged on by the vision that this thing gives you.
Okay.
For just a moment, Marina, as you must touch the mask in some way, and the card, this card thing that's been happening in every mystery and in your dream with George, and seeing this card is clearly it's the next number in the iteration here. And the dead body of Rocco Corbin right in front of you. Your vision swarms. And you see sort of like with vignette, just like darkness all around the edges of your vision. Like you are almost ready to pass out, but not quite. What you see physically in front of you starts to shimmer and shift. And you still see the same room, but for a moment, Taya and Violet might as well be 1,000 years from now, the future or the past, you're not sure. Maybe they were never here. Maybe this was only a couple nights ago. Time is so tough these days. As in the center of the room instead, you see a magnificent, filigreed, beautiful, ornate gold bird cage about hip high. But where a bird would be in this cage. Instead, you see two things. One, you see crushed pomegranate seeds all across the bottom. It smells sickly sweet as it hits your senses, and sort of blink and try to make sense of it, and something picks up the seeds. And as you sort of widen your, the way that dreams do, where things sort of come in and out, there are hands picking up the seeds. Old, severed hands, covered in runes, just boop, 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 picking up seeds,
Awesome.
crushing them between their fingertips. And you hear a laughter, and then for a second it feels like you are looking through the mask with its long beak, and then you blink and you're back.
I think just standing there completely stunned, and kind of tosses the bag. She doesn't want to be holding it. Makes sure not to toss it towards the body, but doesn't want its hands anymore.
I think Taya's gonna rush forward and fully hold Marina. Hey, I'm here. Are you okay? What's happening?
There's something off with there's a card in the mask.
Can I see it? Oh, okay.
Is it like the other ones? And Violet will kind of step towards the mask in the bag on the ground to look at it.
Yeah, this plague doctor mask with blue jay paint on it has this card in its fake beak. And it is not only, it's the next iteration of numbers. I think we're at 5, but if I'm wrong, don't get in the comments and don't tell me. And similarly, like the other cards, the in the center of the card, it is a depiction of Rocco Corbin.
Oh, it's got Rocco on it. And Violet gets really quiet as she comes to that realization.
Be careful! Don't touch the mask. There's something wrong with it.
Yeah, no, I don't think I want to touch that. That's, yeah. Do you want to get some tea? Should we head downstairs? I feel like we should maybe leave here.
Yeah, I think so. And then just stretch her hands and look at them and normal hands, good normal hands. She'll just look at everybody's hands.
Yeah, I'm gonna go wash those gloves in the bathroom.
Yeah. Good call. And Violet will kind of step over to Marina and take over for Taya while she does that, and just kind of put her arm around Marina and be like, "Hey, you okay?"
Yeah, it's just that was a lot. I mean, you guys weren't here anymore.
Oh, yeah, you looked. You know how sometimes when you kind of drift away a little bit, you kind of had that look in your eye.
Yeah, I think I graced the mask, and it was like you guys were gone, and there was a cage, and there was little fruit seeds,
Oh,
and the weirdest hands, just gangly and marked.
what?
And there was something wrong about all of it.
That sounds terrifying. No wonder that caught you by surprise.
Yeah.
That... Just looks over at the hat, thinking it's gonna do something. It's gonna twitch or something.
Taya, you head to the bathroom, a little ensuite bathroom. Not quite, because there's no water coming out of the sink.
Dang. Okay.
Rough.
Oof. Hmm.
There's bathrooms in other rooms, and there's also like a general restroom downstairs.
Is there a shower curtain attached to the shower?
No, it's one of those like
The
door
glass.
ones.
Is the trash empty?
Yeah.
We'll say there like it's moderately like there's bubble wrap or something, and I don't know. I don't think Jackie got to that part of taking out the trash.
Is there like a trash bag in the trash can?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna move the trash into the bucket, and then I'm gonna put the gloves in that bag.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're carrying
The
a bag with the
Yeah.
bloody gloves in it now.
Mhm.
All right. Whose cozy little places are the gloves in right now?
I think they were in mine, but we can move them.
Let's move them over for
Yeah.
right now.
Yes.
And then Angeli, would you write bag with bloody gloves instead of just like rubber
Oh, yeah.
gloves?
Bag with bloody gloves. Amazing. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, I come back into the room and I just have these gloves and I'm like, I guess I could keep them like this for now until we find a place to wash them. There's no water running.
Oh, that's odd.
Oh.
Jackie from the door that has been open this entire time since he handed you the bag goes, yeah, that's why I was coming up here to check on. I got a complaint. You guys, I really have to go to the bathroom.
Oh, yeah, I think.
Oh, I think we're good, right?
Yeah.
Well, what do we want to do with the mask?
I mean, I sort of picked it up. I mean, when people throw out stuff that looks pretty neat, I collect that sort of stuff. So,
Where'd you find it?
where did I find it? You know, I can't even quite remember. It could have, no, it wasn't in here. But, I mean, people leave all sorts of stuff when they check in and out of this place. So,
Well,
here for sure. This is my prime collecting spot is, of course, the quintuple B.
Okay.
Well,
Not to change the conversation, but what's the best thing that you've ever found?
I would love to tell you, but I did sign an NDA, and once I tried to talk about it, and they threatened legal action, and I can't.
Really?
okay.
What if we like don't talk about it? Because Marina here, like she collects so many things. Like she has so many crystals. Like it's just, you know, and she's been having a hard time. So, you know, just I thought, you know, that'd be a good little distraction. But hey, we don't want to get you in trouble though.
I'd like to.
I can't have another lawsuit. I'm just you don't make a lot of coin as a janitor, you know, so a lawsuit would probably put me under. And not like under a weighted blanket, which was one of the cooler things I found, but not the coolest, but like under. So, yeah.
We don't want that.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
Are you sure? I mean, look at her face. She's so cute.
And it was like,
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, you look like you look like you could stand to eat some. You look a little pale.
I mean,
I don't understand. I have to go to the bathroom so bad, but I cannot leave you guys up here. So either we all leave, or I'm gonna have to call Mr. Adler. Or
Okay, give us like 2 seconds. We just need to figure out how to calm Marina down. You know.
yeah, are we going the bag?
I mean, we don't want to keep the mask, right? We don't need it.
I mean, the fact that you found it today. Also, out of game, we don't have the other cards, right? Or do we?
Taya had one
Okay.
from in the umbrella from the grocery store. It was in the secret compartment.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys kept the ones you found from Dead Man's Hand.
Hmm.
The one that had Ace on it, and then the one that had the 3 of you on it.
What do we want to say, gang?
I can put it in my medical bag.
Oh.
Do I have that on top?
I guess we could keep the card for now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Taya's gonna take off her jacket and then wrap it around Marina's shoulders. And then I'm gonna grab the card.
You're gonna open the Ziploc and grab the card out of the mask?
Yes.
Cool.
Oh.
This is incredibly risky. It is going to be, we don't typically intersperse a night move this early, but it is a night move with sensitivity.
No, Yolu, am I right?
Sick.
What are you concerned about when it comes to these cards, Taya? Finding this new one with Rocco's face on it. What prompts you to take it, and what tells you shouldn't be messing with it?
I feel like she's like mainly like, I'm gonna take it for Marina's sake to like see, like get down to the bottom of this. But like all of Marina's like everything saying like, oh, this is not a good thing is scaring Taya just a little bit. But she's never been like afraid of like the whole death situation. So she's
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. 2d6 plus your sensitivity.
Okay. Which is not great. Okay. We're good. We're fine. It's not as bad as I thought. 9.
Okay. Before we resolve this 9, I do need you to roll me 1, 2, 3. I think 3. I need 4d6. I need you to roll them one at a time for me.
Whoa, okay.
Taya, you grabbed this card. How does it feel?
Like an ordinary playing card?
Yeah, it's definitely from an older deck, right? Like this isn't a new card. It's not, no one ripped open a pack fresh and did this. This is dated.
Yeah.
And yeah, you grab it. You want to be careful with it.
Excuse me. Okay.
Where do you put it?
I'm gonna like look at Marina and see how she feels about this. Like holding
Just
her.
kind of just nods. Like, okay, you got it. You're safe. You're here.
Yeah.
You're looking at me like not dazed.
Yeah. I'm okay. I'll put it in my back pocket. Along with the gloves. I'm gonna like fold them up so I can put them in my pocket.
These giant yellow rubber dish gloves.
I mean, okay, maybe not my back.
In a trash bag.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
People pants.
Yeah, into my front pocket.
They're definitely gonna stick out.
Cargo pants are a vibe, okay? We're bringing them back.
Cargo pants, if you want to take them.
Maybe those can go in the medical bag.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, move those bloody gloves over to Marina. Sisterhood of the Traveling Murder Gloves. Taya, as you slide this card though into your back pocket, you hear just the little bit of a rumble of thunder. Weather's been pressing in all day. It's only a matter of time before a storm breaks out. But you hear it just low in the background outside of the quintuple B, probably somewhere over the bay.
Yeah, I look out the window.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Hold please.
Oh my god. So you really said stress everyone out in this new year.
Oh yeah? What does that mean?
Okay.
Good day to wear a turtleneck.
Yeah.
Taya,
Yes.
you look out the window.
Uh-huh.
And anyone else who's also sort of looking out the window. I don't know if you guys heard the thunder or not. It'll be up to you guys to decide. Probably very fun if maybe Violet also looks out the window. Maybe Marina's a little too panicky to be gazing out any windows at this moment.
Yeah, I think Taya seems a little odd, so Violet's like, "Hey, what you looking at there?"
And what the two of you see is a murmuration of starlings that have gone. You know, you look out the window from the second floor, so you know that these starlings must have just flown above you as they cast out over the cliff, and then the whole murmuration turns and nosedives down out of view. A startling part of this, which you can only quite hear in the distance, and at first maybe even Taya, this could have been the rumble, the amount of starlings, their wings, but it pitches higher as the two of you hear how human-like they sound.
What?
I'll take a day move with composure from both of you as you witness this.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Oh, okay. With my composure's not bad. 9.
A 10.
Well, a 10 would make sense for you, Violet. You've seen birds cast over this area and down into the watery depths below. In fact, you saw it on Octane. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think with a 10, she does what my first thought was. I think as this happens, she's gonna rip the curtains closed. Like, she sees that, goes, "Listen, Marina's already having a meltdown. We don't have room for another one right now. Like, the meltdowns are currently full. We're gonna close this curtain and just..."
Marie's now very confused. Like, why? What was out there?
Taya, you got a 9
Uh-huh.
on this. What about their human-like screams, or the size of the group, or the card in your pocket is unsettling to you? And why? Why is it so personally unsettling?
Oh man. My brain cell wasn't prepared for this.
Here, you can have mine. Oh wait, you're above me. Here.
Oh wait.
Mine was good.
Okay. I think just like the sounds of the voices, like the murmurings and how human-like they sound, kind of reminds Taya of like old parties that her family would throw with all of her like many cousins, many aunts, uncles. Like, she had a big family, and she obviously was the dark sheep of the family, you know, like people talk about her and her recklessness and her lack of responsibility, and the way that she looks different from everyone else and acts different from everyone. And she used to tune it out as much as she could, but it always came up as like these incessant murmurs that have still haunted her in her old age.
Yeah. Oh, that's so wonderful. I mean, it's so sad, but it's so wonderful, because I'm going to have you take a condition. Something along the lines of, you know, a little birdie told me, or bird gossip, or the birds are speaking, you know, the birds are speaking to me, starlings scream, whatever you would like. The manifestation of this is, Taya, all birds are talking about you.
Don't like that. Great.
And
Yeah.
you almost can understand them.
Whoa.
Oh gosh. Taya's gonna just like stumble back a little bit and then try to find like Marina's hand for comfort.
Like, kind of sees her like reaching for something and immediately offers a hand.
Yeah.
And
She
like
gives it
grips tight.
a squeeze. These birds are so loud. Can you hear them?
Can Marina hear them?
I mean, there's general bird noises in and around. I mean, there's a bunch of birds downstairs. Maybe Tejas has sensitive hearing.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it is pretty loud. Why don't we go get that tea we were talking about?
Yeah. Okay.
And then just like continue to take her hand and like also like grab Violet into this like, come on, let's just go.
So you guys are leaving the mask there. We've taken the card.
Mhm.
The gloves are in the medical bag, but they are in a trash bag and they are bloodied.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And everyone's coming out super mentally stable. As the door opens, Jackie is about four steps away from having to do just like a little potty dance because he's got to go that bad. But probably more sort of disconcerting of like him just sort of ambling back, pacing, needing to go to the restroom. As you guys open this door, is the door directly across the hallway. You see the back of JJ Robin, and you see a smart blazer situation, some heels, some dangly earrings, a tapped foot, and arms crossed as reporter Danny Walsh waits for her room to get unlocked. So as you guys open this door, Danny turns around. Danny's fairly dark-skinned, and so the all white jumpsuit she is wearing is really sort of glamorous and luminous, really striking against her features, her cheekbones, and especially next to like JJ Robbins, like gruff, not clean, having been like the bouncer all day, sitting on her little stool exterior, as both of their heads sort of swivel and turn to see the three of you come out of a room. And you hear Danny go, "Oh, I wondered who was in there. Sorry, I must have been too loud." And then she recognizes that like it's all three of you. You can hear JJ just like mumbling through an 1,000 key ring, trying to find the right one to open the door. And Jackie, the custodian, seeing you guys all out, rips that door shut, locks it with his key, and he's like, "I'm going to the bathroom now. No one do anything until I get back." And then he like waddles down. So the room you guys just left, Rocco Corbin's room, is shut and locked. Jackie is beelining it to a bathroom. JJ is desperately trying to open this door as Danny Walsh sort of regards all of you and has started to put together, seeing you guys now all come out, that it must have been one of you who had shut the door when she was up here earlier. She's one smart cookie.
Nice to see you again.
Yeah, can I just say up front, I really would appreciate it if my car just remained how it was and no one slid on any hoods, no one scratched any paint. Because I gave the rental away. I've got mine back. Just, it'd be nice. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know what you're talking about.
She has just risen her eyebrow at the like, we all know what we're talking about. And as she says, I'm sorry, I didn't understand I didn't realize you all were gonna be here. Are you here for the bird thing or and she sort of leans in, or the murder thing?
Both. We were gonna come for the birds anyway, but I'm friends with Arden, and then ended up, so both.
Yeah, I've been meaning to catch him. And you can tell, I mean, she's got her little notebook as she normally does. She's got like a little arm file folder, much like mine. Hers is all white to match the all white that she's wearing. And her like phone dings in her pocket, and still like JJ is trying to find another key. Fuck. Key. Fuck. Another key. And she's like trying to unlock this door. Danny goes, okay, so you all are looking into the bird crime then, right?
Violet kind of looks at the other two and is like, yeah.
Yeah, Taya's like really hesitant to answer because she's like, how does she know?
How do you know about bird crimes?
Are they calling it bird crimes?
Well, and you see her like side eye JJ as JJ again is like, how many goddamn fucking keys are on? God, I'm never working for this garden again. She's just like murmuring as you see Danny sort of flit her eyes over and then back at you and goes, well, wouldn't you know it, a little birdie let it slip that there might be something going on.
Yeah.
Interesting. Do you know what species of birdie?
Or what their name is? Just going with
Well, the offer is always open about, our free trade of information. And I can let you know, potentially, who sang a little sweet song in my ear. If you let me know some of the things that you find. I've got to make sure that there's some record of truth out here in Brindlewood Bay.
We'll keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Finally, JJ, you guys hear the click of like a key in the right tumbler order in the lock, and she goes, thank the fucking gods. Okay, Danny, your room is open. Don't come find me. And she'll just turns around and leaves.
Oh.
Bye. I hope your day gets better.
Bye.
JJ. She's just lots of pent-up emotion. That one.
Do you know her well?
We've known each other before. It's been a little bit.
How have you known each other?
JJ, we've crossed paths many times. She's always just sort of flittering around. And of course, when she was working on the, with Sheriff Dalrymple and the rest of them, being a reporter, we saw each other quite often. And then last time I saw all of you and her was the night the grocery store blew up. Well, this has been fine.
Let us know if you hear about anything illegal going on around here.
If I catch a little bird song, we'll see if I'm up to sharing it.
Don't make it awkward.
I'm never awkward. You all have a lovely rest of your day. Enjoy the festivities. Try not to blow up another building. And leave my car alone. And she goes into her room and shuts the door. You hear her cell phone go off again as someone calls her on the other side of the door. She opens it and she goes, can I call you right back? Yeah, yes. And then closes it. But you can't hear, of course, whoever was on the other end of that.
Sometimes I think
blow it up. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, we didn't blow up the grocery store.
Yeah, sometimes I think she's cool, and then sometimes I just want to punch her in the face.
I just want to slide over her car again.
Yeah.
Although, I guess we do technically know someone that knows about explosives now.
Ooh.
Unless, do we hear anything about somebody going to jail? Oh, God.
Are you asking about our good friend Tiki Ricky?
Ricky?
That's a Ricky.
Do we hear anything afterwards? In between then and now?
We'll say that you guys, Violet, you alone got a postcard from T-Bone.
Good friend T-Bone.
Thanking you for the tip about Tiki Ricky and that he is no longer a part of the crew. And that they would be back through Brindlewood Bay sometime later this spring.
Okay.
But as far as what it means by Tiki Ricky no longer being a part of the crew, is probably left vague for both legal and personal reasons.
Yeah. Probably not a line somebody we want to go singing at. Yeah, I wonder what he's doing. Anyway, on to more important things.
Yeah, like the fact that she knows what bird crimes are happening right now. I mean, I guess she's a reporter, but still.
Yeah, I feel like she found out real fast. I'm also impressed she got a room because like this place has been booked for a while. I mean, this is a big deal.
Yeah, and then she loses her key.
Hold on. Hey, what room? Before they fully go away, Violet's gonna make a note of the room number that she just got unlocked and went into.
Yeah, they don't have numbers. I think the numbers have been covered up with different birds for the event. So she is in the, let's see. You know, we'll make it poetic. I think she is in the Robin room.
Interesting.
Amazing.
Maybe in more ways than one.
Wow.
And Rocco Corbin is in, coincidentally, you know, because Murray is a macaw, he's in the macaw room.
I thought you were gonna say the crow room because it was a murder.
That's
amazing.
so much funnier. Excuse me. Rocco Corbin, he's in the crow room because there has been a murder. Credit Megan.
Wait, hold on. Can we make it funny? Can the crow room be next to the raven room? So at first glance, it looks like an attempted murder, but since it's a crow and a raven, it's not like together they don't make a murder, and then there was a real murder.
Yes.
Anyway.
Mm-hmm. And out of the raven room, a door opens, and a very well-kept, well-dressed, tall man, broad shoulders, toothy smile, steps out. He's wearing a smart outfit. He's easily, maybe besides Danny, because Danny's always just really well dressed, the most well dressed person here in terms of like fashion and couture. He has dimples that are like miles deep, and really big expressive eyes. He sort of turns around and locks it up and turns to all of you as he is getting ready to go down the hallway towards the main event. And you will recognize him a little bit. You might not have known his name, but you do know, at least one of you know, that he's a car salesman in Brindlewood Bay. He also, Violet, it's Mr. November for the Avian magazine. AV Magazine Monthly. He has a little bit of rooster mentality here. You can tell that maybe his hair is dyed to keep it that way. He's got some things. He's maybe less deep set lines than what he did in his last like commercial, which would suggest having some work done. And he flashes you all a grand, magnificent smile. Of course, this is Hudson Finch, one of the celebrity judges for the event. Oh, hello. Welcome, I guess, to the event. I'm just trying to make my way around. I came up here for a little bit of rest, a little bit of Tylenol. You know, those birds get a little crazy, but I'm feeling pretty good to go. So if you wouldn't just mind excusing me for a moment. And hey, if you need to buy a car, look for Hudson, as he says like his tagline and like scoots around you all in the hallway, easily a foot taller than the rest of you.
Especially Taya.
Yeah, especially Taya. He's not Steve Texas tall, but
Who
he's
is?
who is exactly no one, but he is definitely tall.
And he said he was sick, right? Or he was feeling sick?
He said he'd come up to because he had a bit of a headache and he took some Tylenol and rested, but he's feeling better.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm heading down to sort of the food court area. I've heard they've got some sort of granola, flaxseed, pomegranate experience. If any of you are interested.
Ooh,
That sounds tasty.
yeah.
Yeah, I know it's a local vendor, and we like to support local around here. So, what do you guys? Oh,
Absolutely.
come on down with me. There's no events happening up here in the hallway.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah. You guys ready to go down?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
It's really a pleasant surprise seeing you here.
Oh my, like bird song to my ears. We love a pun. We love bringing it to light. The birding community. I'm just so honored to be considered one of the flock for the weekend. Just recently got into it myself, so you could say birds of a feather. And he like does a little like elbow wing to you.
Yeah. Should I go back? Have you gotten one of the Brindlewood Bay birding books yet? They're super, super helpful. You can mark off the birds you've seen. It's got all the local birds, and it's got some really great info in it.
Oh, no, I'm not much of a book person, but I do have an app. And he pulls out like he's got one of those like Samsung folds. As he opens it up with his stylus and he's showing you like the birds that he has seen recently. He's like, and I just through my window, I saw a starling for the first time. Got to mark that one off.
Oh my goodness,
Pretty
they're so
cool.
beautiful.
Absolutely. I really, really want to see it. I know the name of it is a little weird and it's not even local, but a blue-footed booby would be. So that's sort of like the crowning achievement. But I know there's a lot of travel involved. They're not from here, so.
I love a pair of those.
Huh?
Nothing?
Huh?
Marina's like,
As you guys like go down the giant staircase towards the main banquet hall area.
Have you been looking into travel at all to see one?
Oh, no. I mean, I get quite a good commission from the car lot, but no, I've been waiting for sort of that special someone to make a nest with, and then it would be part of like a grand sort of trip, flight, if you will.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, that would definitely be a heck of a trip.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was thinking. And where better to meet a potential nest mate than the North American Avicultural Association Aviary Show?
Yeah.
So when they asked me to be a judge, I said, I'm in.
Hey, absolutely.
At this point, oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say there's a lot of really great people around here.
That's the thing about Brindlewood Bay, isn't it? There's always just so many great people. Oh, I love this town. as you guys head down into the banquet hall. Show cages line the banquet hall in rows with people roaming through aisles. Contestants proudly show off their broods, some as proud as mother hens of their birds, and others like vultures on the scavenge for any morsel of fame or money. For each of you, something in this scene of the banquet hall and then sort of the food court is attached to it. Something in this scene reminds you of when you did something unscrupulous to get what you wanted. What did you do, and what reminds you of it?
I think Marina remembers like maybe it's like some kind of like auction or like that she was bidding on something that she really really wanted. Maybe like a real cool looking crystal or like some kind of knickknack. And she knew the person who was bidding against her, and she may have done a little magic type thing, or like manifested that she got a cold, nothing too bad, but there's something that put her out of commission a little bit, and then she felt really really bad when she won or when this person ended up like a little sick or.
Yeah, they got like a really like rough bout of stomach flu, but no one else really seemed to catch it.
Maybe she gave her like bad shellfish, and just to accelerate the magic.
What here reminds you of that moment?
If we're gonna go with like she got food poisoning and like maybe like some kind of like shellfish incident, I imagine like some of the decor is like a clam lamp or something.
I love it.
Absolutely. Like the original decor here is definitely like sea themed. And so even though some of the decorations and more bird stuff, there's a clam lamp, there's like a watercolor shrimp like up on one wall. Of course, historical whaling things up there as well, but for sure. Yeah. Taya.
Oh man.
What do you think? What here reminds you of a time where you were a little unsavory or underhanded to get what you wanted?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of a situation. Taya probably like stole something, or she was trying to get like a number from a girl, and she like fully lied about it, lied about herself. I think I'll go with that. She was trying to like land someone that she saw in like a bar or like dancing, and she had lied about like where the drinks were coming from, like she's the one who paid for it or something. And then she lied about her job and what she did just to get her to sleep with her.
And what here reminds you of that?
What would be like a sexy thing?
Or just lying.
Yeah.
What isn't as it should, like what is parading around as something it isn't, you know?
Ooh. My gosh, my brain is not blasting.
I mean, this might tie into my idea, but Carolyn could be parading around as a nice person.
I don't think Carolyn pretends to be nice. To be fair.
That's true.
I guess just like people showboating, like all different types of like costumes, dressing up and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Someone is like fully decked out in feathers. And there's of course, there's a lot of money to be made in the birding community. So there's a lot writing on this show for sure. Mm-hmm. In Violet, when was the time you were unscrupulous?
Okay.
To get what you wanted?
have what I think I'm gonna go with, but I'm gonna have to tell you the other one that doesn't quite work, but would have been really funny. I think just seeing all the birds around. It didn't even work. She didn't get what she wanted, but as a callback to our first game that wasn't recorded with these Mavens, but I think she recalls she had thrown some birdseed behind the stands and nobody saw, but Neville, her competitor's dog, when he jumped out of the arena into the crowd, was chasing a bird that was trying to eat the birdseed she had thrown back there, and it backfired and she still lost the show. But my first thought was that she used to be an editor of a small press, and maybe when they put out secret feelers for another Robin Masterson ghostwriter, she sees Carolyn, and all of a sudden it connects that she had shredded Carolyn's application and stole an idea from her to apply for it instead. But
That's so good.
I feel like because she wasn't in Brindlewood Bay back then, I feel like that doesn't make as much sense, but it is
What if it
salacious.
was recent?
If it was recent? Oh!
Because Carolyn has the room right after you guys.
Oh.
That's true.
Maybe not stealing an idea, but what if you like changed the due date or something? Like when it was supposed to be sent in by, but
Ooh.
Carolyn knew a later date.
Ooh. That, or she has to contact who's still in the field or something. Like, and was
Oh
like,
yeah,
hey,
you had an in.
you really, like, you're gonna get this application. I was talking to somebody and like they're really terrible. Like, just don't even look at it. Like,
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. And I'm presuming Carolyn here reminds you of that.
yeah.
Yeah, you guys, you see Carolyn, you hear Carolyn before you see her, of course, as she is just sort of schlepping through the place, the rows of vendors and whatnot. You see some other people sort of swoop out of her way as she trudges through. She passes a mirror, sees herself, preens a little bit before finally getting to her table where she has her singular bird cage with her two lovebirds inside and a little placard just right on the front. Next to her table, there are people milling around, but they're all like, there's a good group congregating at the booth directly next to hers, as a young man is showing off what he claims, and you've heard the murmurings around, a brand new breed of budgies, never before seen. He's the one who cultivated them. And they are here on show and on display and potentially for the right buyer on sale. But the overflow from that table is like at Carolyn's table, but no one is talking to her. As you guys see this play out, Hudson Finch with all of you goes, well, I'm going to go try this granola thing, and I'll let you know if I see you again. I'll let you know how it was. But thank you for escorting me. I so greatly appreciate it.
Wait. What's your type?
I like a sans serif.
I meant in person, human.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not interested. And he turns around and walks away.
Oh my gosh, that was so gross.
Violet is like leaned over into Marina's shoulder, just like trying to hold it.
They were like clutching on her, to like trembling with like trying not to burst out laughing.
Wow, you're just picking people up right in front of Marina, huh?
How could you?
So
Oh,
it's hard to break old habits, I guess.
Just like river and like squeeze your hand.
Oh,
oh, man, you're gonna have to cancel that matchmaking service. Just cancel that website you had ready.
I was trying to be good, okay?
It was a good thought, but
Yeah.
just a sans serif, really.
I know. Who picks a sans serif?
Whew.
Like, what kind of font is that? Calibri? What? He wants a Calibri? What?
Who here looks like a Calibri? Oh wait, no, that's
Carolyn.
Oh God, yeah. It is kind of satisfying that nobody's at her table.
I almost
Like,
feel bad. But then I
don't.
remembered like her as a person and her whole being.
Yeah. She did this.
Maybe we should talk to her.
Oh.
You guys have
No.
a couple options down here. Of course, there's Carolyn and the very popular booth next to her. Hudson Finch just walked towards the food court where JJ Robin seems to be grabbing a bite to eat. You can see Arden and Daphne standing next to the entrance, having some sort of terse conversation. Let's see. And Jackie is now down here cleaning up a bird seed spill,
Mm.
having thankfully gone to the restroom.
Is anybody over by I'm assuming there's like a food court area as well where Hudson went to?
Yeah, that's where Hudson is there, and JJ Robin is grabbing something to eat, presumably to then go back to her post.
Well, do we want to get you a cup of tea and then, maybe go chat with some folks?
Yeah, or we could get some hot water. I have some tea bags from my garden.
Ooh,
Yeah.
even better.
We'll say, Taya, there are a lot of birds in here.
Ooh.
They are all talking. And they're all talking about you. What are some of the things you might be hearing?
Oh gosh. Probably like what would they be saying? Like like why is she dressed like that? Like, is she really bringing a woman to the party? Like why, like, just a lot of like random comments very similar to that, not directly.
Taya were my daughter.
Yeah.
Straight to the call.
I don't understand why she just can't listen. No, and I mean, she's never been able to listen. That's the whole thing. She doesn't stick around long enough to listen to common sense. And these things all are just circling around from these birds chattering about you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Okay. I think I'll. Never mind. I don't want to go near that man. I'm gonna go talk to Carolyn.
Okay.
I'm gonna go talk to her.
I mean, it would be cool if she did it.
Maybe
We can get some hot water afterwards. We'll
Yeah, that's very nice of you.
Thank you, Marina.
So are you all going to Carolyn, or are the two of you going to get tea and Taya is going to Carolyn?
How do I want to do it?
I don't know. Does Taya want a little bit of space?
I think, yeah, at this point, like, Tina has like let go of Marina's hand and sort of has, well, she doesn't have her jacket on right now, but she'll probably like fold her arms and close up a little bit.
Okay. Well, yeah, we'll go get some tea.
Yeah.
And Violet's gonna lower her voice and like lean in to Taya for a second and just be like, I think she could be a murderer. So just like if the situation arises, murder her before she murders you. Okay, I'm just saying.
Got it.
Okay.
I've got my pocket knife. Don't worry.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm not even worried. She like side eyes Carolyn anyway.
There's tea in my jacket pocket, Marina.
Oh, would you like feel something like, oh, I feel so dangerous?
Really? You look dangerous.
And kind of like stands up a little straighter, like, I look so dangerous.
Taya feels a lot better just watching Marina parade around like that.
Proud as a peacock. And Taya, you split off. We're gonna follow T Crew for a moment, and we'll come back to Taya. T Crew, you're heading over towards the food court. You know that Hudson Finch is over here, getting some sort of granola situation down. There are, of course, people dressed up as birds. There are bird vendors. There are bird-themed foods here. You see JJ Robin has gotten something that's wrapped in foil. It seems like they're paying what they owe and are going to head back. You can definitely find one of these places does drinks, so you can definitely find hot water from one of these little stalls.
Can Violet get a bird treat as well?
Yes, you can.
If you don't have any on hand.
Well, we know that we've got the flaxseed granola with pomegranate seeds on top.
Yeah.
But what else?
I was actually thinking if they took that and had like chocolate on the inside, it would be like the little like bird suet feeders.
Yeah.
It would be like a nice like bird like treat for peoples.
Absolutely. Yep. For sure. You get in line behind Hudson. Marina, are you going along with Violet, or are you doing something else?
Yeah, we're just gonna go along, get a little drink and get a little snack.
Wonderful. Hudson is on the phone, so I don't think he notices you guys right away. But another person does come up behind you. It's Daphne Marie, who is the president of Brindlewood Birdies, the Brindlewood Bay chapter of the North American Avicultural Association. So, Violet, you definitely would know Daphne.
Yeah.
She clicks up. She's got a little like a name tag on, and her like every year ribbon. So like her name tag is so long now from all of the like sticky ribbons that she's sewn in painstakingly. She is probably your guys' contemporary in terms of age. As she comes up behind you with her little clipboard and whatnot. As Hudson is talking away, you hear him say something like, "Oh, no. We can waive the inspection fee. We'll top off your oil and do tire check for free. Don't worry. I'm judging this, but I'll be back after the weekend, and we will get you in that used Corolla. Don't you fret." As he's presumably making a sale over the phone. And Daphne behind you, the two of you goes, "Oh, Violet. Oh my goodness. Hello." And she like peck.
How are you doing? It's been a while.
Oh, well, I'm fit as a fiddle. Been lots of Pilates, and this is just, it's quite the event. It's been really lively and spirited. So I would say I'm all right. How are you?
Do good. Oh, before I forget, this is my friend Marina. This is Daphne.
Isn't there normally I read in the paper that like you guys were there at the grocery store thing, right?
Yeah, our and kind of pause side eye to Marina. Our friend Taya was with us, but she's out chatting with an old nemesis over there. What is Taya's
good
face
for
look
her.
like right now?
What is what?
What does your face look like right now? Just presumably while you're talking to Carolyn.
Marina looks over, she's like so cute.
Everyone needs a nemesis now and again, so good for her.
Yeah. You doing all right with everything? You seems like everything's, you know. Yeah? Okay. Nothing.
Marina's like squinting, like, does she know about the bird murder? Crimes? I look at her, looking at.
I mean, you guys, you know that she knows because it got blurted out at like an all hands meeting by Jackie. So you know that she knows, you know that JJ knows, and now you know Danny knows, even though Danny wasn't at that meeting. And you know, presumably Hudson Finch knows. You, of course, know Arden knows because he's the one who called you. And you know that 2 people were sort of passing by when Jackie blurted it out that were here early, and those 2 people were Rocco. Sorry, Rocco's dead. Those 2 people are
What? I was murdered?
Carolyn and Fowler.
Okay.
Also know.
Okay.
But after that, you don't know how far, how chittering in the trees often gets. You don't know to which limbs it has reached. As you sort of test the water here with Daphne, and Daphne goes, "No, everything is all right. Why is there something?" I know that some of the water got turned off, and Jackie's supposed to be fixing it. Is something the matter?
No, not at all. We actually saw Jackie. Seems like, well, I think he's cleaning up a mess now, but he was definitely working hard on the water.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't believe it. There was some sort of like, I mean, we're really lucky to have that big of a group of starlings sort of fly over, but the little rumble and ruckus, and of course the excitement it caused. We just had all of this bird feed get knocked over, and at least Jackie is here and doing something useful, and it'll all be. I don't let that cloud your judgment of the event.
Oh, of course not. Everybody's really interested. I can't wait to go over and talk to him myself. But talk to Fowler about the new budgies, and that's so exciting.
Yes, he's a pretty young addition to the group, but if not the most spirited young man. Head down, hard at work. These budgies. We haven't really had a parakeet specialist in a while, so I'm glad that he's here and he's local. And if this new mutation he seems to have discovered brings in, good notoriety for him and for us as a group, eyes, and of course, dues and funding and more interest in birding in general. I mean, it's a net positive. You'll have to definitely go check out his booth.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be like really red.
Oh, interesting.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Ooh.
Absolutely.
I mean, you've seen him already, right?
Oh,
how do you
yes.
feel about it? How do you feel about him?
Are you meddling?
I think so.
Okay, roll me the meddling move.
Ooh.
And I do need to remind you, Megan, because Violet has a cozy activity involving birds, you have advantage on meddling moves directly involving a bird if you can explain how your cozy activity is useful.
Ooh. I feel like the straight up here is just that she like through her cozy activity of birding, like she knows her, and there's that like familiarity of being in the community together, and just that passion there that I think gives her a little bit of an edge while she's chatting.
For sure. For sure. And there's one thing about Daphne is that she really does need to think that she is in charge and knows the things. And that's why she's president, even if she isn't ever the most skilled or most knowledgeable. She's perhaps the most persistent. So as you mention, well, you of course have already seen them. What do you think? I'm gonna have you roll the meddling move, and you're gonna roll it with presence and advantage here. So 3d6, keep your top two, and then plus presence.
Nice.
All right, that's gonna be an 8.
Ooh, an
Okay.
8. Hmm.
I'm not gonna do it, but the thought of Bigfoot yelling right now to
You
bump that up just
could.
good.
So
Just
just screams at her.
Please.
Imagine like birds flying from the noise.
I'm so tempted. Can I don't know if I'm allowed to like reflavor it, but based on the name, can I make a really loud owl hoot instead to flavor it for the mystery?
I think owl hoots and big. The move is so special because it's from the Bigfoot mystery.
True.
I do think it, even though I love this idea, I do think it
Okay.
needs to be more of a Bigfoot call to honor Michael Van Vliet's
That's true.
reward. We can't do Michael dirty.
Yeah.
No.
But if it's a
Anyway.
Bigfoot imitating an owl, I think that's acceptable.
Yeah.
Okay, I've lived my whole life with impulsive decisions, so I think she's gonna do her best. Oh yeah, and like, by the way, fun fact, we just went to a Bigfoot convention,
Yeah.
which little bit of a different vibe, and I just feel like we had to do a whole yell competition and practice, and I did a yodel then, but I think combining like a Bigfoot yell with like an owl really would have sold it. And then she's gonna call out with a Bigfoot yell with all the knowledge, and remember, she's learned, she's been through the whole competition.
Yeah.
And she's gonna add a little bit of like, that's what she's gonna do. She's gonna add a little bit of an owl hoot to it this time instead of the weird yodel that did not go over well.
Yeah, and what does that sound like?
Oh man. Oh man. We didn't even have any example Bigfoot yells, so
You have creative reign here.
I know, and that's just a lot of pressure right now. I think it's okay. In the interest of showing someone that she's still got it, I think she is going. I'm trying to think of how to combine a hoot to this. She's gonna like take a deep breath, and she's gonna just like, oh man, I can't combine this in my head. This is just gonna. She's gonna be like, ah! Ooh! Oh, it was good. Look, it was good.
And you got a Bigfoot out of it.
Bigfoot. A baby Bigfoot.
Okay. So for the folks at home, do you want to read the text of the move you just used?
I would love to. It is give a hoot. Once per mystery, give a thunderous Bigfoot cry, then take advantage on your next roll. Oh, see, I was thinking bumping it. I already had it.
We'll bump it. It's fine.
On your next roll, when acting, you are so helpful right now. Thank you.
You did good.
When acting against those struck by the majesty and mystery of your unexpected roar.
Oh, wow. Violet, we have really missed you at Brindlewood Birdies. Brindlewood Bay Bird. Wow. It's just always something different. We were talking about. Oh yeah, I did see them early. I was in here cleaning because we had a bit of a vandalism event. That was really. I think you should record that. What
really?
you just did. Yeah, I think it'll. The thing I just thought was so fucking rude. Hold on. I think I've been having a bit of a coyote problem, and I think it could maybe help keep them away.
I've heard that coyotes are scared of Bigfoot, so that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, n- yes, I did see them, and they are quite red, and
Mhm.
good for Fowler. I was a little. I mean, he was setting up, and I was cleaning, and I just caught some passing glances. So, um, you don't really know anyone who would- we've got a little bit of a mystery on our hands. It seems I had to clean up some graffiti today,
Oh.
Oh. From
What
where?
kind of
early in the
graffiti?
morning. It was well, actually, she goes over to a vendor table that has like a chibi bird print tablecloth on top, and lifts it and like motions her eyes for you to look down, and you can see half scrubbed off, but it's hard to scrub it off. Spray paint is a little birdie told me what you did
Oh.
sprayed onto the table.
Hmm.
Oh. And you think
Ominous.
do you think this is about his birds?
I don't know. I don't
Oh.
know. I mean, he was here setting up. I mean, people come and set up early all the time. It's a big event, and a couple other people were milling around, but this was here before them, so I'm not sure when it got here or who it would be. You guys, you like those mystery books? I know that book club sometimes meets during, the Birding Monthly, and
Ah,
um,
yes.
do they solve any graffiti-based crimes in those books?
Um,
There has been graffiti in some.
yeah, there's definitely been I think it's a couple of them now, right?
Yeah.
Well, if they give instructions on how to clean it up, I would love to know because these tables are rentals.
Oof. Oh, there's gotta be a way. We'll keep an eye out though. Maybe in a little bit, maybe we can, look it up on our phones. And I'm sure somebody on the interwebs knows.
Yeah.
And at sort of this point, the line shifts forward again. Hudson has gotten his food. He's still on the phone, negotiating terms of a deal. And then it's your guys' turn as this line shifts up, and we see from across the distance. Our scene is about to change over to Taya, but we see as conversation falls away that Daphne is getting tapped on the shoulder by Danny Walsh. And Danny's got her little notebook. And we see the mouthing of like, Miss Murray, I just have a few questions when you have a chance. And our scene moves. Taya, the birds are chattering.
Hmm.
You are heading towards Carolyn.
Yeah. And I think Taya is really feeling, oh man, the sirens in the background are so
Mhm.
big. Like just a lot of weight from the combination of the two conditions she has, which is like her promise to Grace to be good and
Yeah.
gossip. And she's tried so hard in her life to like be as true to herself as she can be, but it always like lingers in the back of her mind like I truly am not good enough for these people no matter how I try. But this is her attempt at maybe trying to calm the voices down, and keep her promise to Grace.
Yeah. And oddly enough, the only birds that aren't talking about you, besides Fowler's budgies, which are being ogled and oohed and awed, are Carolyn's absolutely fucking silent lovebirds. They're just sitting here staring at the wall.
Hey, Carolyn.
What do you want?
I mean, I just think I just wanted to know, like, why are you at this bird convention? I'm making small talk. Small talk.
I've been told that I need to try to reconnect with my youth, and I saw birds as a child.
You sure are reconnecting. I'm proud of you.
She just pulls out the chair next to her at her table. I think you're having an aneurysm. You better sit down.
No. I slide into the seat and try to get comfy, but I'm like shifting.
They're like metal chairs.
Yeah, and it's just squeak, 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 squeak.
Carolyn is in her like plain like potato cloth sack clothing attire, clear linens, watery eyes, angular face. As her birds, they still stare at the wall, but every once in a while one of them like lets its eye come back and like look at you as it goes back.
You're looking great today, Carolyn.
I don't like this.
What do you mean?
What is wrong with you?
I don't know what you're talking
I mean, there are many things wrong. You live a life full of sin, but like what in particular today?
You know, not the kindest thing you could say, but
It's accurate.
I'm doing this for Grace. I'm doing this for Marina.
Who's Grace?
Don't worry about it. What do you want to know?
Who's Grace?
Asking again doesn't answer my question.
That's what I want to know.
Grace was my ex-wife. If you have to know.
I did.
Are you happy now? Does that make you happier?
No, I don't have any feelings about it.
Okay. This is a great conversation. I think we're connecting. Truly.
Do you like birds?
I mean, thank goodness, a normal question. Yeah, I guess I do. I like birds. Not as much as Violet, but I'm here mostly for her.
She leans in. She gets so close to you. So much so that you can see her pores.
Taya does not budge.
The birds aren't saying a lot of nice things about you.
You can hear them too? What are they saying?
She seems like she's almost about to tell you, but for a moment, Carolyn has restraint. She says, I can hear a lot of things, but no.
Come on. I told you about Grace.
No, if I repeat the things, no, I already promised I wouldn't say those things, any of the things that things tell me out loud.
Who did you promise? Come on,
Sinner.
What?
If you don't stop doing the things that you're doing, bad things are gonna happen. Like wearing mixed linens and associating with darkness and writing with pens.
And eating shrimp, right? Is that under
Shrimp are fine. They're neutral.
Oh, okay.
But a nut butter, get out of here.
Okay.
You have, and she's gonna take you by the shoulders. You have to, or the world is going to end.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Birds are talking about you, which is, a nice change of pace. But the other voices talk about a lot of other things, and you need to tell those other book club people, the one that with the accent, and the one with all the black clothing, and the one with rocks in her pants, and the other one who you all need to repent. You need to stop doing all the things that are going to make the end of the world happen.
I don't think any of that's gonna make the world end.
Oh yes, it is.
Okay, I don't like any of this either. I just came to say hi, I guess. You looked lonely.
I am.
Well,
if you're not gonna not do the things that are gonna bring about the end of the world, you just need to, which again, I'm very disappointed in your lack of enthusiasm about saving the world and the reality in which we all live and breathe. But if you're not gonna stop sinning, she takes out a single piece of clearly homemade paper and a pencil and writes out something and pushes it your way.
Ooh.
And it says, "Beware the midwives of the fragrant void."
Okay.
It's better. Go ahead.
I don't know what this means, Carolyn.
That's good. That means we still have time. It's better to be lonely trying to protect the world. The voices may all say a bunch of things, but I promised I wouldn't repeat them. I'm not bringing about the end of the world.
Okay. I mean, we're not gonna stop. You understand that, right?
Oh man, I need to get people out of here. You're not gonna stop getting involved. I know there's a dead man upstairs.
How?
I heard it from a person.
Who?
The voices told me before, but the person said it afterwards. That bald-headed man.
Okay. I mean, did you see anything about this dead body or hear anything, I guess?
I can feel it.
Oh. You're making it really hard to be your friend, Carolyn.
I'm not asking you to be my friend. I'm asking you to do your part in saving reality. She leans back and regards you. You're going to have to stick around if you want to do that. I think you can. That's what the birds are saying, that you don't stick around. But you're always around in things that you shouldn't be, so I think you can stick around. It's quite annoying.
Yeah, I'm sticking around. Don't trust them. Don't trust the stupid birds.
Oh, all birds are liars. They drive your eyes one way when serpents and magic and old gods turn and twist underneath. They're just the harbingers for what's to come, Taya.
Ugh, I don't like when you say my name like that. Um, but why are your birds so quiet?
They went with me.
Where?
Nowhere. Everywhere. All of it. I think I got their hearing, and that's why I can understand birds now, and they have no hearing, and they are blissfully unaware of all of the danger that's about to occur.
Okay, so you're saying that some weird god is whispering in your ear, or there's whispers or something. And
Oh, everything talks. Frequencies, riddles, lies. You have to be vigilant. You have to not engage with any of it.
Okay. I'll try not to.
Good. Oh, stop mixing your linens.
No.
We're talking about the end of the world.
Yeah, but me mixing my linens isn't gonna end the world.
That's because you're not hearing it all like I am. If you only knew. If you only... Oh, I don't wish that upon you either. It's much better to be lonely. Yep, lonely is the best way to be. Lonely and right.
I don't think so. I've been lonely for way too long, and I don't like it. And I finally have a chance to change that, and I'm not gonna stop.
You would bring about the end of the world. You feel that?
Yeah.
She snatches her paper back from you. Then, I can't stop what's coming.
Okay. Go change your diaper or whatever.
She farts.
Yeah, Taya's gonna get up and slowly walk away. Very.
Yeah. That was the most you and Carolyn have conversed. And one of the few times that she seemed the most earnest with you over your many, many years of being completely at odds. One of the first times she's ever said alluded to any reason why she is the way that she is.
Mm-hmm.
You need to go clear your head.
Yeah.
It's too loud in here. It's too much. There's a lovely courtyard. An outside area.
Can I see what Marina and Violet are doing?
It's like they're ordering some food right now.
I don't think I'd want to bother them. So yeah, I'll head out into the courtyard.
Wonderful. Before we finish up with you in the courtyard, we are going to cut back to Marina and Violet. You have little flaxseed chocolate pomegranate bowls. They were entirely too expensive, but this is an event and people have to make do. So you have this tasty little treat. Daphne has been pulled aside. Danny seems to be trying to conversationally interview her, as reporters are wont to do. You've got your food. Hudson's still on the phone. You see Arden. Maybe by the time you guys pay, you see the slip of Taya's shoulder out the main entrance. So you know where Taya's gone. You see Arden. You see that famous booth. You see JJ sitting on their stool back at the front. And you know somewhere the alleged killer is in the security closet. In his cage.
We really gotta get Murray freed.
I know, poor Murray.
Yeah. I wonder, should we try to bring him a snack of some of the birdseed to lift his spirits? Maybe he can tell us something.
I think that's an excellent idea.
Yeah, we should definitely head over there.
Okay. You guys head to the security closet.
Yep.
Security office. And it's a little bit more than a closet. It's been renovated since the last time you all were here. the dusty CCTVs and whatnot. JJ's little like chair they're sitting in is sort of catty corner next to this office door in the entrance. You guys can see Taya out in the gravel lot making her way towards the courtyard. At this point there's like a bay window, so it's easy to see where she is gone. But the security office is right behind JJ's little stool. She sees you all show up. She's like almost done with a full hot dog, like one of those boiled dog steamed bun in the foil, no toppings. She sees you two rock up. Hey.
Hey.
How are you doing?
I've been better.
Yeah. What's got you troubled?
What's got you troubled?
I'm fine. Clearly not fine.
Yeah. Alright, wearing the other one's jacket. I know that trick when I see it.
No, it's just got a little rattled. It's noisy and overwhelming and a lot.
Yeah. Hey, you guys got that birdseed thing. How is it?
It's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah, the like chocolate and pomegranate really elevate it.
Yeah.
It is not worth maybe $10,
Yeah.
but
Ridiculous. And it's like very.
Yeah, I saw that. The hot dog did just fine.
yeah.
It's okay.
I mean, you could spend less than $10 at the grocery store later and make the same thing.
Well, gosh, maybe at Ocean View, the new places.
Oh, I haven't gone to check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was it?
Well, they just franchised the one in Faversham, so it's half the size, twice the price.
Ugh.
But
Ridiculous.
city council meeting in the next couple of weeks. We're supposed to find out if Mariah is going to get county relief money to help rebuild that, or if it just stays an empty lot.
Oh.
Interesting.
It'd be nice if we got a new one that wasn't, ripping us off every goddamn day.
That's ideal.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
but...
what can I help you all with? Need your rooms unlocked? Just kidding. I know you don't have rooms.
No, we were actually hoping to chat with Murray real quick. We brought some birdseed.
Yeah, why not? Why not? I think because she knows you guys and she's very dejected, there's no like role required to convince her, as Arden has kind of said you guys get free reign. It takes her a minute to find the right key as she unlocks the security office. Now, a bulletin board of notices, security feeds of various rooms and locations on set monitors, a bank of gray filing cabinets across the wall. What do you spot with your eagle eyes in the video feeds that suggests the Brindlewood Bay Bed, Breakfast, and Banquets is more than what it appears to be? This suggests the event, here is more than what it appears to be. What can you see on the camera feeds as you enter?
Bigfoot.
Stop it.
Are there people in meeting rooms maybe that it doesn't seem like let's be real, bird people are a little eccentric. I feel like and there's maybe people in suits in like meeting rooms or something.
Yeah, maybe there's one, what used to be the gym that it had been cleared out because no one ever used it, and now it's like a little conference room and they're all sitting around a long table and there's like definitely a PowerPoint up, but you can't quite tell what the PowerPoint is about on the feed. For sure.
I think that there's some kind of like connecting, not necessarily like a ritual, but maybe like a mindful like yoga thing where like the owner or the breeder is like in front of a bird or a bird cage and they're just like trying to exchange energy. Like something weird is going on with like people and birds.
Oh, for sure. In fact, I think that very thing is happening. A flock of people circled around like a nest with this bird cage in the middle, and they're all doing like energy ovations towards and backwards and feeling the flow. And let's see. Yeah, sort of weaving and bobbing and swooping and flapping as they try to connect with this event and hold space. You guys see Murray in here, a large sapphire, wow, enunciation, a large sapphire-colored hyacinth macaw. He is preening. He is in a cage, a large golden with little bits of filigree cage on a stool in here, and he looks up when you guys come in.
Wow, he's beautiful.
Right? Oh,
Beautiful.
man. Yes, you
Oh,
are.
beautiful.
Yeah,
And
you
so
are.
smart.
Beautiful.
You're
And
right.
smart.
And JJ goes, yeah, he's a real chatterbox. I'll
Is he-
leave you guys to it.
Thanks.
Wow.
Just the two of you and the bird.
Yeah.
And is like, for some reason, this is what I'm doing. So these
like-
are claws.
Moves a claw and mimics you.
Yeah.
Feet. Feet.
Yeah. Wow, look! I'm just like way too excited.
I desperately want you to take a shot of alcohol and blunk at Murray after
Oh.
that.
If we had
Violet's, I'm sure, got a little backpack on. We can find some somewhere. Robin's having a bad day.
I kind of give Violet like a knowing look.
Reaches in the backpack and what's the dumbest thing she could pull out first? Like water first?
Probably like yes, and then
Oh, and she reaches in and pulls out like a little like camping flask. He's like, this one?
You have a treat.
Oh yeah. She hands the flask to Marina and holds up some birdseed for him. It's like, here you go, a little treat.
A sweet, handsome bird. Treat. And he's like getting closer and closer to the edge of this cage. Treat.
Yeah, here you go.
Is this
Sweet.
like bird seed you had, or is this like your flaxseed seed, pomegranate seed experience?
She was gonna, on the way here, you had mentioned like a birdseed spill. I think she was trying to grab a little bit of birdseed to, sweet talk Murray into telling us things.
Okay. And then Marina has got alcohol, presumably for get blunked.
yeah.
Let's Violet, I'm gonna have you do a day move with really the stat of your choice that's not vitality, and advantage because of your cozy activity being birding.
Sweet.
As you try to offer this to Murray. And what could go wrong here?
I mean, first of all, her concern is that Murray has already been through something really difficult. So, this could, he might be in a precarious place already. So this could be not great for Murray's overall health. But also, parrots can be very, very loud. And there are a lot of people outside. And we don't know what he's gonna say.
Absolutely. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
3d6. What set are you using?
We're gonna go presents. She's trying to sweet talk Murray into giving us all the tea. Yes, that is a 12.
Ooh. Murray.
Yes, bird whisperer.
With your 12 on the day move, you are going to get an added benefit of this. And I think the benefit is that Murray knows a lot more words than what he maybe would have initially known for later roles.
He is smart.
Smart bird.
Now, I heard it get Blunk was getting teed up, but we want to resolve that.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, Marina. Would you read out that just the first part of that move, not the roll tiers, but
okay. So this is get blunked. It's when you use this move after a drink of liquor, you wink asynchronously to another being. Between the timing of the blinks, you attempt to see the world as they do.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So, what are you throwing back?
I think first, like, I'm gonna hold the flask in my hand. I actually don't know what it is. Violet, what would Violet have in her flask?
I think, let's see. Is it winter or like spring?
Yes, it's winter.
It's winter. My first thought was like Bailey's.
Ooh, yum.
Just
for sure.
It's a little warmer. It's just a nice little treat.
I love that. Okay, so I'll hold this flask of Bailey's, and just look at Murray, and tell him I'm gonna do a thing. Trust me, we'll be okay. And then take a shot, look him straight in the eyes, and just.
Okay, so roll that 2d6 and.
Wait. Why can't I math? 8 plus 10. 10! Well, 8 plus 2, 10.
All right. So for 10 seconds, because that's what you rolled, you are able to see for 10 seconds while protecting your own vision from their sight, and you can gain details from the keeper at their discretion about the target's field of vision and desire in that moment. So you're going to see out through Murray's eyes, and you're going to learn about Murray's desire.
Okay.
You blink the first one, and immediately all of your vision splits because you are seeing out the sides now of Murray's eyes. You see a giant version of yourself. You see a giant version of Violet. You sense apprehension. You sense a little bit of fear, a desire to get rewarded, to do good. You feel the intense need to preen, but you need to look the best and the prettiest and the most handsome. And you feel deep in the Murray/Marina of it all, the sense that something is coming.
Okay.
But he is just in this locked room with you all, so field of vision wise, you're not getting a lot, but feelings wise, you are getting much. When acting on this, like, I think as a group, you and Violet definitely have advantage on Murray rolls.
Nice.
Using the knowledge that you know, and then Violet like buttering Murray up with the treat. You find yourself saying, but this is the Murray in you. Murray knows. Murray knows. And Violet, you are hearing it as Murray is saying, Murray knows. Murray knows. Murray knows.
What do you know, Murray?
A yummy treat for a handsome bird. Murray knows.
Yeah, yummy treat for a handsome bird. What do you know, Murray? And she'll hold up some more of the bird seed for him. What do you know?
At this point, I think, Violet, we're going to have you roll meddling with advantage.
Okay.
And Marina, your get blunt is going to leave you because it's probably been about 10 seconds.
Okay. And she like comes to, and like will hold on to Violet's shoulder and kind of like just reassess what just happened. And say it felt like something was imminent. Something was coming.
Oh.
I don't know what, but it felt very real.
Oh. Huh. Well.
And he's scared and he just wants treats. So just give him all the treats in the world. Such a pretty boy. Gorgeous boy.
Pretty bird. And he
Such
like
a pretty
pops
bird.
back up again.
Do you want me to
Such a pretty bird.
help you with your wings?
Oh.
I will
No.
like just as best as I can. Like I'll do my
Yeah.
best to keep your feathers intact.
Murray does the equivalent of like parrot purring. And Violet will get that meddling roll now, and then we're gonna cut back to
Absolutely.
Taya.
Still presence.
Yes.
Math. Oh shit, 11.
Murray knows. Let Murray out. Murray knows. No, Murray knows. And he sort of pecks towards like the little latched door. Let Murray out.
Will you tell us if we let Mary out?
Hide and seek. Murray knows.
Did you play hide and seek with someone, Murray?
And he pecks at the little lock again.
Oh, Murray, you're gonna have to be safe, okay? We don't want you
Yeah.
getting lost or going off somewhere. You're gonna stay close, okay, Murray?
Quiet.
Quiet.
Murray,
Quiet. And stay with us.
Beautiful and quiet.
You're so beautiful, so quiet.
Aww.
And he like hunches down. You let him out?
I think Violet is definitely gonna let him out because that's what Murray wants, and Murray is a good smart bird. But I think since Marina seems to have a particular bond with Murray, I think Violet is gonna go maybe guard the door to prevent anyone from opening the door while Murray gets some time out.
Yeah, you go stand by the door. You know JJ's just on the other side. And Marina, you open this little latch.
Yeah.
And he takes a little step.
Yeah,
A little step.
good,
And he
man.
looks around. And he stretches his wings.
Beautiful.
And then takes flight. And he, in the room, sort of flutters in circles and tries to figure out before he lands on the filing cabinet, the leftmost one. And his little feet and talons clack against the top of it. And he hops. Murray knows, and he like, pecks down at it.
Marina goes and like,
Is there something in one of these?
Yeah, and you open it up, start filing through. He jumps on top of the file folders and starts rooting around as well, ripping bits with his beak. As you find, and you're going to have to sort of fend him off because of the bird seed falling out of this,
Oh.
an envelope with a blank check. It's also filled with bird seed.
Oh.
Oh.
here, and I'll just take anything out of there that isn't birdseed and just like set the birdseed down to like make or like the envelope to, like kind of like open it and like make like a little
Mhm.
makeshift hole so that Murray can just peck at it. As
Yeah,
he
head down in there as he eats his bird seed. And yeah, you found an envelope that just has a blank check. It is already addressed to someone, but the amount box has been left empty.
I'll kind of flash it over to Violet and kind of just wave it like Murray knows.
Murray
So
does
smart.
indeed know. What a good smart bird, Murray.
At that point, you guys hear Arden outside with JJ ask, well, how is everything going? And JJ, knowing you're all in there, like, things are fine, Arden. Just the most deadpan. But we're going to leave you all with Murray out and pecking on this bird seed on the filing cabinet. And we're going to go to Taya for our last scene of the night.
Oof.
Taya. It is a little blustery out here, and it's a little rumbly. You've heard off and on these not quite tremors, not quite thunder, just sound off in the horizon, but anything is better than the birds and Carolyn as you come out here. And without your jacket, the wind whips a little stingier as you get out among the trees in this nice courtyard. There are some others milling about, but as the wind kicks up and the dust kicks up with it, most of them start heading inside. What is on your mind out here?
Oof. Probably just more thoughts about growing up the way that she did, and then everything that Carolyn was saying, like you have to stop, and it like echoes a lot of the things that her family has said, and then thinking about the potential for the end of the world, and if that's something that Taya feels like she has to concern herself with. Like, is this really something that she's doing? But also, this world has both Marina and Violet in it, and she doesn't want that. And so she'll like stuff her hands in her pant pockets and just try to stay a little warm as she's standing out there thinking about all that.
Yeah, your brain is spinning about what should you be caring about, what you do care about, and the ramifications of those things. Someone, it didn't slip past you that Carolyn specifically said words that means she could hear the birds too. The fact that the birds say that you leave, the fact that Carolyn disagreed with that, the fact that she was pressing you to be her version of good to help save whatever reality she thinks is collapsing. I'm gonna give you a chance, if you would like, to meddle out here.
Ooh.
As you're out and looking around.
Absolutely.
Okay. It's gonna be 2d6 plus reason.
Okay.
As you're sort of looking down at your feet and around this courtyard.
6.
The ground's a little harder this time of year. You look around, you see some like weathered porchware, some all year round cushions that maybe weren't advertised as all year round cushions, but nevertheless became all year round outdoor cushions. As the wind kicks up from the bay and the storm cell threatens to move ever closer from its mooring off over deep and dark waters. Taya, you think you see something in the dirt past these cobblestone bits, something that might interest you. Maybe it catches a gleam, a momentary bit of sunlight. Maybe it flitters in this uptick in wind. It's whiter than the darkness on the ground, which makes you interested.
Huh.
Maybe it's something related to the mystery.
Yeah, I'll approach.
You approach. Taya, it looks like bone.
I'll pick it up.
All right. Our scene widens. We see in slow motion you going down to pick this thing up. It is attached in deeper. You can't just whoop, pick it up, but as soon as you grab onto it, the ground around it starts to rumble and shake and shiver, and this thing moves without you encouraging it to, as from out and underneath the ground, a dusty, giant, skeletal vulture unearths itself from where it had last lain. As it releases from that which kept it in the ground, Taya, you find yourself stumbling backwards. This thing is a lot bigger, a lot scarier than what you thought it would be, as if your touch alone awakened it. It is not happy. Thunder continues to peal, and the storm grows closer as you scurry back, this skeletal vulture shaking itself awake at your touch. The ground beneath of it is shuddering, as if the land is being forced to birth something that should be dead. And as this skeletal giant vulture gets most of itself out of the ground, cicadas erupt from within it, having been sleeping, a brood that had nested in this, and they all peel off and screech. And the sound is wonderful and terrible and discordant and addicting as they erupt into the sky and skitter every which way, some around you, some away from you, as this thing attempts to take flight. Giant bone wings rattle and groan. Where its eyes should be is just inky black tendrils, and they start to come down and look around you like stalks on a snail, before the wings get what they need to underneath, and this thing erupts into the sky, lightning illuminating it, thunder calling it home, and it flies straight up into cloud, out of your view. The only thing left are these cicadas trying to find purchase back in the ground, being so rudely awakened, in the disturbed dirt of what you awakened. You are going to take the condition nightmares.
Oof.
This thing will plague you. And what you've seen, what you've touched, what you have witnessed. And because it has witnessed you, it's gonna want to come back for more. And about at the same time, Marina, as you're feeling that imminent feeling, and Murray is pecking at this bird seed, you guys hear another Murray knows. Murray knows.
What do you know, Murray?
And in the competitors' hall, Carolyn lets out a scream. And that's where we'll end tonight.
Oh my gosh! How dare you?
Well, for those of you who were watching, thanks for watching.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Have a horrifying vulture. Because we love you.
We got you a present. It's the end of all times. We hope you like it.
Also, get Blunk at your local birds. Let us know how it goes. Get in the comments.
Yes. Thank you all for playing. For those of you who watched, thank you for watching. And as it is below, and is below with you. Well, I'm trying to think of something really witty for her to say that's still a bird pun, so give me just 1 second.
Would you like a bird joke while you think about it?
Sure.
Out.
What language do geese speak?
What?
Portuguese.
My brain went Hungarian.
That's good though. Hungarian is top tier.